let me read, tell you a little bit about Ashley. Ashley Reid, she, her, is an invested advocate, equity trainer, and facilitator, spiritual coach, writer, and community worker who brings a diverse wealth of experience and knowledge in community building, equity and inclusion culture building, and spiritual care. Being deeply invested in the communal justice and restoration of those oppressed in society, she has utilized her facilitation skills around restoration care as a form of social justice and equity work in various communities in Marin County, Trenton, New Jersey, and the Washington, D.C. metro area. A Trenton, New Jersey native, Ashley holds a Bachelor of Science in Print Journalism from North Carolina A&T State University, a Master's of Arts in Management from Wake Forest School of Business, and a Master of Divinity from San Francisco Theological Seminary. She is in the process of becoming a spiritual director through the, wait, is this already passed? Or through the
I
interest,
have to I have to finish my practicum part, so I'm
okay.
almost there.
All right.
A
Because I'm like, oh,
little bit.
all right. She is in the process of becoming a certified spiritual director through the Chaplaincy Institute Interfaith Seminary. She lives in the DC metro area with her adventurous tuxedo cat, Samson. Yay. All right. Let me, um, there you go.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome.
So again, thank you all for your patience tonight. Before we hop into the actual practice, I just kind of want to give some context to what we're going to focus on tonight and why I chose streaming. So Lynn and I had been in contact actually for a couple of months, trying to see when the time was right for me to be able to come and share with you all. As she mentioned, I live in Alexandria, VA, but I work in Washington, D.C. And honestly, with the political climate and everything that has been impacted, these last, honestly, since the beginning of the year, if I'm honest, since the election last year, um, carrying into this year, just energetically and physically trying to maintain well-being is challenging on a personal level and a communal level. Um, in my day-to-day work, I was formerly known as a DEI specialist, and due to some of the executive orders, had to even go and change that naming. But that is the heart of my work. I make sure that my organization focus on employee well-being and really invest in the culture that we're building here. And so a lot of times that means I'm still offering care. I'm still tapping in to my spiritual care background, my community building background, because a lot of the folks that I work with come in and have been carrying. Some days I've had folks come in crying, and immediately I've had to go and sit with them and just offer care, um, because it's just gotten to a point where it's impossible. The expectation to leave home at home, it's it's impossible. It's unrealistic. It just can't be done. And so the conversations that Lynn and I have had through email have been, you know, are you in a place where you are well enough to be able to share? How can we support you? And then also, how are you getting through this? How are you surviving? How are you staying afloat? Um, and honestly, there's been a couple of things. Absolutely, it's been my community, right? The folks that pour into me, Elizabeth Yuri being one of those folks that's on tonight. The people that love on me, the people that check in on me and remind me of where my center is. Um, but also, I realize too, it's the practices and the rituals that have been passed down that I've glazed over, not realizing that some of the tools that I've had. And so recently, through my own personal meditation, one of those tools came up to be dreaming. And it was a very big kind of like, oh, almost to a degree like a smack in the face. Because it's like something so simple. that's been there and completely have gone over my mind. And so in my own spiritual practice, ancestral veneration is very important. So I do a lot of work of not only my relationship with God, but really depending on and seeking the knowledge and the wisdom from my lineage, from my ancestors, and really honoring and continuing to utilize the tools and the rituals that they use. And so that's how this message of dreaming came to me. And that's what we're going to focus on tonight. The blessing that that message gave to me was that dreaming is a way for us to not only stay encouraged and stay present, um, but it's a reminder to us about where our center is, where we put our hope, where we put our faith, where we invest our energy, how we invest our energy. And so I think universally, this is something that everyone could benefit in this moment. It's just one, be reminded that you absolutely still have the right to dream. And also being reminded that dreaming is a way to keep you present. Dreaming is a way to keep you alive. It's not something that's outside of ourselves, or imaginary. And so, what we'll do tonight, I'm going to read the blog post that I wrote that came out of this meditation for you all to give you a little bit more context. So, I'll read this blog post and then we'll go into our sit and I'll ground us, get us comfortable in the space. And then I'm just going to guide with a couple of reflection questions for you all to think about on the topic of dreaming. What I really want to encourage you all to do, please make this whatever you need to do. So if you need to go off camera and move or whatever, please do, right? Dreaming does not have to be solitary. Dreaming can be movement too. And so if you need to write down what's coming to you, you can write it down. If you need to speak it, that's fine. I just ask make sure that you're on mute. Um, just make sure that you're on mute. But please speak it. And like I said, if you need to move, right? If your dream is telling you to move, then please feel free to do whatever you feel like you're being called to do. The important thing is that you connect in this moment and you connect with what's coming up for you, what your dreams are trying to speak to you in this moment. Um, so with that being said, if there's no questions, you all ready to hop into our dreams for the night? I'm seeing a lot of nodding yes. All right. So I'll read this blog post that I wrote that came from the meditation that I shared with you all. It's called Keep on Dreaming. Psalm 34, verses 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. My heart is weary, and I mean weary in various ways on multiple levels. The last few months, my heart has carried more grief and heartache than I was prepared to handle. My checks are gone before they hit my bank account, and it's never enough. My body has continued to fight an indivisible disease until a recent test result pointed towards a cause. Purpose has been harder to stay rooted in when the foundation you have built on is being destroyed by those who choose evil and those who silently grant access into their spaces out of compliance. Connection and companionship seem like a competition because everybody is out to get their own, and no one is looking to share and build together. My heart aches. It breaks. It slowly gives up believing that such an unspeakable joy can be a reality. It weeps because I've come to know the same heartache that killed my ancestors. It panics for my niece and future generations, wondering if this generational trauma can be avoided at all in this world. This morning, I woke up feeling like I had one finger hanging onto a rope as my hopes, my love, my courage, my faith, my dreams all dangled below. And I asked, what's the point if nothing will ever change? This quote by Taya, a spiritual practitioner, says, in our ancestors' greatest dreams, families were reunited, justice was served, Black folks were safe, joy was abundant. We aren't yet living in the world that they imagine for us, but we are closer because of their imagining. I'm going to read that line one more time. That's a good one. But we are closer because of their imagining. And we draw it closer still by taking the time to dream it. So through that meditation and the tears that came, I realized that dreaming isn't just something for the future, it's also for the present. I sat with the quote above and heard my grandmother tell me that although she had a broken heart, she had to dream for better for her children. Her dream kept her in it when nothing else could. I thought of my ancestors who never knew safety but kept dreaming of it, because if they hadn't, what purpose would they find in holding on? I think of my own heart, who is familiar with way more sorrow than joy at the moment. But the dream of happiness and love made me try another day, even when I would have otherwise prayed to just be done. I think of my niece, who at the time when I wrote this was 7 months old, but as of today is 9 months old. Just unaware of the world she lives in, the dreams that she will dream, the love and the joy that she already knows. I think about how my dreams will help to sustain her dreams. And then I remember why I must continue to dream, why I must continue to hope, why I must continue to love, why I must continue to believe in the faith of my ancestors and the dreams of their hearts. Dreaming is more than just looking to the future for something better or something amazing. Dreaming is a reminder to live each day through the heartache, through the weariness, and through the unknown. Dreaming kept my ancestors alive so that I could be here today. And dreaming will ensure that my niece and every child that comes after her will know a love and faith stronger than mine. Lastly, dreaming is a gift to oneself. And this is where we're going to focus tonight. It's a gift to oneself. It's a generational balm for heartache, a comforting hug to fears, reassurance to tears. Dreaming is our birthright, and we will have to refuse to let this world tell us otherwise and take it away from us. So, to the weary, aching, tired, angry, frustrated heart just trying to make it, keep on dreaming. Dream when society tells you not to. Dream when your hope grows weak and your courage is low. Dream because a dream got you here today, and a dream is carrying you into your tomorrow. So keep on dreaming. So I'm going to invite you all to go ahead and take whatever position it is that you need to as we transition into our sit. And I really invite you to invite dreaming to join you in the space tonight, as I mentioned in that blog post, as a gift to oneself. I want us to sit with what is the gift of dreaming for us, for you as an individual, for us as a collective. And we're going to unpack what might be blocking that ability to dream. We're going to think about what tools and understanding and wisdom that we already have to dream. And then we're going to actually name what our current dream is, the dream that we need for ourselves and for our communities. So I invite you to go ahead, and if you need to sit, if you need to lie down, if you need to move, or if you want to grab something to write with, go ahead and take this moment and just get yourself situated, get yourself acclimated. You can go ahead and just start noticing your breath. You don't have to change it. You can lower your gaze. You can close your eyes. You can go off camera if you want to. Just notice how you're breathing. Notice if you're breathing fast. Are you breathing slow? Notice, what are you carrying in your breath in this moment? Are you carrying today's challenges? Are you carrying tomorrow's concerns? What are you carrying in your breath? And when you're ready, I invite you to take a nice deep inhale in and extend your exhale out. And as you do that exhale, you can exhale as loudly as you need to, but think of it as though all that you are carrying in your breath, you're releasing so that you can just be in this moment. So let's do that again. A nice deep inhale in. Exhale out. Showing gratitude for your breath carrying all the things that you did have for today. Deep inhale in. And a nice exhale out, releasing all of those things. Let's do that one more time. A deep inhale in. Nice exhale out. And we're going to start with just easy questions, just to sit with and see what comes to you. I will ring my bell when it's time for us to come back into this space together. So don't worry about that. Just worry about being with yourself, being in this moment. Our dreams are a gift to us. It's a balm, it's comfort, and it's reassurance. What have your dreams been to you prior to this moment? I'll repeat that. What have your dreams been to you prior to this moment? You might realize, have I even been dreaming? You might feel like, I don't know if I would call them dreams. Allow the honest answer to come to yourself. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it brighter or what you feel like it should be. Let the answer, let the truth be. What have your dreams been to you prior to this moment? From those dreams, whatever that truth is, right? What are they telling you about what you need in this moment? What are your dreams telling you about what you need in this moment? What are your dreams rooted in? What are your dreams rooted in? What has been pulling at those roots? So, when I'm asking this, I'm asking what's been trying to uproot your dreams? What's been trying to uproot your foundation? Whose or what dreams do you carry? So, as I read earlier, this could be the dreams of your family, your elders, your ancestors, dreams of mentors, of guides, spiritual dreams, even the dreams that history have taught us. Whose and what dreams are you carrying? What dreams do you need to release? Sometimes the dreams that we have or the dreams that we believe we need don't actually align with who we are and what we need in the moment. So, what dreams do you need to release? What are the tools, the rituals, the wisdom that you can take from your dreams? What are the tools, the rituals, the wisdom that you can take and apply from your dreams in this moment. This is a way for us to honor the wisdom that we already have, that we innately carry within, that we may not recognize or connect with in the moment because our dreams have been deferred or hindered, blocked. So, what wisdom, what tools, what rituals, what knowing from your dreams can you use in this moment? And now we get to have a little fun. We get to be creative. We get to be free in our thoughts, in our imagining. What dream will you create for yourself in this moment and moving forward? What dream do you have for yourself in this moment and moving forward? And then to share our dreams beyond ourselves, beyond the individual, we ask ourselves, what is your communal dream? So the dream for your community, the dream for your country, or the dream for the world. What is your collective dream for this moment and moving forward? What is your collective dream for this moment and moving forward. Now that we've walked this path of exploring what our dreams are, what's impacting them, what wisdom do we carry from them, how we can use them to tend to our roots, what dreams we have for ourselves, and what dreams we have for the collective. My last question for you all is, how can you remind yourself to continue to dream? How can you remind yourself to continue to dream amidst hatred, amidst chaos, pain, suffering, and even still the joy that comes up, the goodness, the love, all things? How can you remind yourself to still dream no matter what? As you seal your practice, I invite you to take your time. We're dreaming, so you don't want to rush out of that dream state. I just invite you to start doing small things to bring yourself back. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, make gentle movements. I like to just roll my neck, maybe roll your shoulders. Let the goodness of your practice just trickle down your spine. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can come back to this space, come back to our group this evening, and just express some gratitude to yourself too for the practice you just did, for the exploration you just had, and for everything that came up for you. Just express some gratitude to yourself, to your dreams. And the last thing I'll say before I open it up to discussion is that last question. Uh, I invite you to revisit that. You may not have maybe the time or the space, right, to go through this entire practice each time. You need to reground yourself or remind yourself. But that last question is a good reminder for us to just ask ourselves periodically, how can make sure that I'm still dreaming? How can I invite that into myself, into whatever space I occupy, regardless of what is happening around me? All right. Well, thank you for dreaming with me, everyone. And I'll open it up for questions or just uh, feedback or reflections, whatever's coming up for you all.